believe we are on air. If we are, then ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final round of Formula 2 in the first season that we hold here in TRL, Turbo Racing League. We are here in Brazil, Interlagos, the famous track. In our final round, first place has already been wrapped up for Merv Martin, our champion. As we see already, a couple cars starting their first quali laps. Of course, the Formula 2 system is the short quali. It's just a 30-minute quali. Well, it's not short. It's just no rounds. It's one. You get 30 minutes, as many fast laps as you can, and fastest takes it. So usually the last few minutes just fun, but either way, this is the like I said, final round. The of this first season, wrapping up the first season. We still do have a few places to play for, however. In the drivers and I believe the constructors championship as well. Whitson coming around the straight in his final lap. Let's see what times. Benchmark for the rest of the drivers, 1:17.8. Behind him, oh, I guess whoever was behind him was on an outlap. We are starting to see a bit more drivers come out now. So Whitson setting that 1:17.8 fastest lap, currently on a set of soft tyres. Looks like we do. Oh, Albatross just came around on the mediums instead of 1:17.0, beating Whitson. We do have a just someone letting someone by in sector 2. Of course, sector 2. We know it's a tricky sector. Let's see if Whitson can better his time, or if maybe he was on an outlap. I think so. Roy now setting a 1:17.3, and it looks like Albatross so far on the benchmark with 1:17.0 on the mediums. We'll wait to see what the most drivers, I'm sure, will look to start the race on the mediums. So it looks like Albatross has spun out in sector 2. Oof. Something's happened there. I think he's lost it on the corner right before the last. From the map, the track map there, we can see. Yeah, as you can see, it's been cleared now, but this is where he lost it, in that corner, I'm sure. Shame for Albatross, who set a 1:17.0 fast lap. We will now see what Benny will say. I think this is the out lap, so how about we go on board with him for his fast lap, as we try and take as much straight as possible, make sure not to get called for track limits there. Ooh, blocking up the front lefts. Now this sector is arguably one of the trickiest sectors in the entire Formula 2 calendar, with very little turns and hard braking points that you can easily lock up, as we saw Benny do right there. It's also very easy to lose the rears on any of these corners. As you should see Benny go nicely around turn 10, with Lorik making way there kindly. Ooh, and he's just invalidated that, which is a risk here, you know, around 10, 11. That is a fast left-hander, which can definitely take you by surprise. Behind him, though, we do have a few. I don't know why Lorik is out on wet tires, but perhaps a mistake that he will try to correct. Yeah, I'm sure. JT Gelato, our Formula 1 Tier 1 champion. I would love to see him drive. I haven't been able to see much of him. But I've heard amazing things, you know, almost at the esport level, which it will be amazing to see someone from the league make it to esports. Very, very talented driver, hard-working, I assume, because the you know, talent will take you so far. But he does seem to really know how to drive around this game for sure. So I definitely will take this chance and go on board a lap on board with JT Gelato. Around 10-12, getting decent traction. 10-13 as well, which really isn't a turn. Even in these F2 cars, which are slightly slower. Oh, he's teasing, he's teasing, he's just going for a bank. Not taking time yet, he will come back in and maybe, I don't know what he's going to do, but we have to wait to see the reigning Formula 1 Tier 1 TRL champion. Lots of people coming in the pits. Merv Mine, I believe, is on a fast lap. We can go on board with him. I believe AGHM Tiger is about to set a fast lap on the mediums as well. A 1:17.8, not a bad lap. Puts him above Jack the Lad, who set it on a set of softs. It is a few tenths behind for AGHM, unfortunately. Oh, yellows, I believe that's for. Bumpy just set a purple time with a 1:16.9. Great to see some competition up at the top, a 10th and a little bit quicker than Albatross. He set up, I believe, I'm not sure if the game is glitching, but I think he just set another purple sector 1. Very nicely out of 10.9 there into 10.10. Careful not to lock up the rights. Oh, Egyptian Tiger. Yes, he gets out of the way. Turn 12. Now full throttle up the hill into turn 13 and past the hill. Of course, one of 2 DRS detection zones here. He was, I think, on a quick lap. We'll wait to see. Does he better his time? Yes, a 1:16.5, 4 tenths quicker than the previous lap. He said absolutely amazing from Heaven Pierre. JT Gelato now setting a lap. Oh, he's invalidated, but I think, yep. So, on board with the, now we can try. Hopefully he doesn't tease us this time. On board now with JT Gelato, the Formula One Tier 1 champion as he goes into the first DRS zone, into turn 4. Nice. Not too heavy of a braking zone, but like a little bit. Up into turn 6 and 7. Careful on the throttle not to overdo it and lose the rears. Early upshift into 4 and back down to 3 apparently. Oh, he's invalidated once more. JT Gelato not having the best of times in the Formula 2 car. In the dams. Not sure if he'll try again or if he'll come in. Looks like he will give it another go. Of course, turn 1 and 2 in Interlagos, it's extremely difficult for anyone to get right, you know, especially, and JT Gelato here plays on the controller, so it's extremely hard to get right. But if you do, it gives you so much time. As I think we have someone who might be rounding off a lap. De Roy on the soft tires, first lap. And he goes third fastest with a 1:16.7. Benny actually went to a 1:16.7 that I missed. Back on board with JT Gelato. In sector 2, round turn 10. That quick turn 11, be careful not to lose it, does well. And now as quick as you can down on throttle. Up into turn 13. DRS wing wide open. Down the straight. Try and hold that left hand as much as you can. And he gets a purple sector 3. But not enough for a fastest lap. He gets a 1:16.5. So only a few hundredths off of Hepburn Pierre. Of course, this is the standards that JT Gelato has set for himself. So it's great to see. Everyone now in the pits is sort of comes to, oh, I think we have Whitson out lap. Let's watch his lap now. De Roy just come with a 1:16.4. A few hundredths quicker than Hepburn Pierre himself. What a lap. Of course on the softs. Hepburn Pierre is now coming out, I believe, who will want to, he set it, I believe on the mediums, he will want to set a lap on the softs. We were on board with Whitson. Now I did not look at the weather, but it does seem that the clouds are creeping in over the Interlagos circuit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in quali and definitely in the race. Rainy Interlagos we've seen multiple times in real life, and it's definitely not a fun drive, but it definitely is a fun race to watch for the viewers and for myself as well. Stuart Little now, ooh, almost lost it, but just snapped back. I'm sure that will have massively hindered his time, but he was going down that straight anyways, or up the straight. It's an uphill here in Brazil. And De Roy setting another fastest lap, did he? That seems very similar to the lap he just set, but if he did, then De Roy is on a flyer. He's saying fastest lap after fastest lap, and he's just going for it. Used tires, he doesn't care. He's just De Roy's a man on a mission. In the Carlin. Sorry, the Carlin is... Yeah. The names are definitely a weird one for me. I'm not a huge Formula 2 fan, and so So seeing a Red Bull and calling it a Carlin is a bit weird, but it takes getting used to. Then there had invalidated his lap. Martin, our Formula 2 champion, he's already put his name on the trophy, where he will want to show off a little bit today, coming around turn 13. There's someone parked. Oh my goodness, De Roy's lost it, and the front right just flew off. De Roy, oh, that's a shame. He would have wanted to continue and see. He was saying lap after lap of purple laps, and he will definitely be feeling like he's been hard done there. But unfortunately, Brazil is not a merciless circuit. It is a very merciless circuit, and it's just definitely any mistakes will cost you hugely. Lorik in the Trident has just set a 1:16.3. We've got quite a few contenders for pole position here. Benny's as well just invalidated his lap. It looks like a lot of people are invalidating in sector 2, might be in sector 1 as well. That turn 1, turn 2 section is definitely one I've invalidated multiple times, you know, in the time trials and races. Bumpier answers back to Lorik and gives him a 1:16.34. These times are extremely close between first and third. It's about 1:16.4 now from Martin. Looking at JT Gelato, who I think is coming. No, he's on an out lap. There's a Hypernova who's on a. Oh, no. Time's lap either, invalidated. I believe it was Lorik, but perhaps he was going on a recharge lap. As you see, JT Gelato has actually done his fastest lap on a medium, and so he's going to want to trying again now on a soft set. Bumpier goes fastest with a 1:16.1, taking it 3/10 almost quicker than Lorik, stomping his foot there, putting everything on the table and basically telling everyone to bring it on, as the track evolution with the rubber definitely makes the times quicker, but 3/10 quicker there, almost for Bumpier. Ooh, Lorik. Have to be careful not to give it too much out of turn 12. Could snap the rear. Looks like he's coming to the pits. Anyway, Hypernova. Sitting a fast lap, let's see what he's gonna get. He gets a 1:16.8. No, a horrible lap from... Not a horrible lap at all from Hypernova. And you see what I mean there? He just invalidated the next lap, whether it was a fast lap or he's just going for a recharge sort of lap. But it's extremely tight there to put all 4 tires on the curb in turn 1 and 2. In turn 2 specifically, you know, it's quite difficult. Merv Martin, JT Gelato, 2 champions, not TRL League, one of F2 and one of F1. Merv Martin currently doing better than JT Gelato, but we'll wait to see. JT Gelato not setting a quick lap yet. We'll have to wait and see. His best time still, I believe, is on a medium. Yep. With 7.5 minutes now left of quali in the final round here in Interlagos. As you can see, the clouds are just completely covered the circuit, which must make it difficult to warm up the tires. JT Gelato, you can see waving, trying to get temperature into the tires. That exit is extremely important out of turn 12 up into turn 13, and obviously turn 13 and 14 here, it's considered a turn, but really in these cars you just full throttle, little adjustment of the steering, and you're fine. You see a quick upshift. There's yellow sectors, yellow flags in a lot of sectors there. Nevertheless, we continue with JT Gelato, seeing he did not get a purple sector 1, but we're going to see what the final result will be. He just wants to better his current time. Are those raindrops? Yeah. The rain is beginning to fall as JT Gelato invalidates his lap. And as it stands, he will be starting, I think he will be starting on the medium. Yeah, the medium set of tires. The rain now starting to fall. I'm sure very few number of people will come back out, and it's not going to be as fun of an end to quali as we usually see in F2, but yeah, we'll wait to see now. Let's see if JT Gelato can get one last hurrah. He's letting that one go. We'll come back to it later, but at Bumpier, gonna want to better his time. Norris retired from session. Oh, he's lost out in sector 2. We will see him. Oh yeah, see him on the left side there. If you look to the left side now, the barriers, looks like Lorik just tried to put too much power, lost the rear and hit the barrier there. Out of 10.7. Everyone freeing up the track. Ooh, you see how the tires now losing grip. Not sure. Of course he won't. That 1:16.1 is a heck of a lap from Pet Bumpier. I don't think he'll be able to better that, but we'll see if he'll go again or if he'll just call it a day and go into the case. It's starting to rain heavier and heavier. Yeah, I believe that's what he'll do. It's probably the best thing to do. AGHM Tiger, if that is a yeah, he's gonna. Oh, JT Gelato, he's retired from the session. He will be starting on the Benny. Yeah, it's just a glitch. He's definitely not on the wet tires, but no, he is. He's coming out on the wets. Not sure if he knows something we don't, but I don't believe the track is. Oh, careful there, Benny. Careful. Of course, the Brazil pit exit is a strange one. It's not strange, but it's definitely difficult to get out of. It's turny, and you know you want to make the most of the time, and especially in the race, you know, coming out and trying to beat your opponent or whoever it is you're racing out of the pits. But it can really cost you because it's quite a tight pit exit. So so it's dangerous. Now AGHM's still on the softs in this conditions. Yeah, as you see, he's invalidated his lap. It's not a bad result for AGHM Tiger. It's P3. He's done well to be within a tenth of Hetbunpie. But yeah, it looks like it's quietening down now. Benny's on an hour lap, not sure what he's doing, but let's go ahead and see what his plan is anyway. Everyone's obviously retiring, trying to get the race underway. I believe if everyone retires, then we just move on. Maybe Benny's just trying to get some practice. Not sure if he's not really sure what the weather will be like for the race itself, but yeah, I don't know. You get to, if it's wet, you get to start on the wet either way. I'm not sure what he'd be wanting to set. Jack the Lad 1:18.0. Will he better that? No, he does not. It's quite difficult now. If he's waited, then it's very unfortunate for him. I know Jack the Lad's got the pace. I raced with him in tier 2, and he's definitely one of the quicker drivers on the grid. And so the 1:18.0 does not do him justice, but it's just unfortunate with the weather and stuff like that. Maybe he's waited too long. I am very curious though with what Benny is up to. Ooh. Even on the wets, you know, it's yeah, he's obviously not gonna locking up there. Him and Jack the Lad, the only two right now out. Jack the Lad probably on an in lap. Is definitely struggling massively on those soft tires, the slicks. With the rain falling, beginning to fall a bit heavier now. We could see at one point the clouds above the track. Everyone in the pits. Benny's now retired. AGHM, Whitson and Jack the Lad. If you would retire, I mean the quali's over. It's not an issue anyway. But now, Hetbunpie in pole position, Merv Martin in P2, and AGHM Tiger in the Prema in softs with 2 Campos in that front row here in Brazil. Obviously, it wasn't as exciting. I think Benny was trying to get excited us a little bit, give us a little bit of a, I don't know, just something different with the wets in the end there, but definitely nothing was gonna be Hetbunpie there. You can see from first to fourth, 3/10 difference. It was very close between Hetbunpie and Merv Martin. The champion, of course, it will be starting P2. Yeah, and we see as well, remember in F2 the points are a little bit different because Hetbunpie now just got 4 points for pole position. As we go into the feature race, and remember that the feature race, you know, we do have a sprint race after that with the grid, the top 8 of this grid from the sprint race being the reverse of the top 8 from the feature race. So it's not completely lost, even if you do have a difficult feature race. The clouds still look to be above the track, but I don't see any raindrops. So I'm not exactly sure what the race will be. Oh, no. Okay, I guess it looks like it's a dry race and lights off, away we go. Bumpier getting a decent start into the first corner. Merv Martin trying to go down out the outside. He does do it very well. Oh, sorry, that was Bumpier, but he goes off the track. Merv Martin leaves, stays in P2. Lorik takes P3 from AGHM Tiger as he falls a place. Let's get all this stuff going. Lorik now overtake Merv Martin as well. Merv Martin not the best of starts, but he definitely tried it around the outside, I think. Either way, now with the leader Het Bumpier in sector 2, we see Lorik not too far up. It's definitely difficult to do anything in sector 2, but he will want to, obviously, with the different strategy, Lorik on the medium tires. Sorry, I think that, no, yeah, Lorik is on the medium and Bumpier is on the softs. Not the best of exits there. Ooh, little bump from Merv Martin. I don't think it was a bump as much as he was just turning into the corner. That was a little bit risky from Lorik as he tried to defend. Not the best of exits from that final turn 12, I believe. We see Hyper Novo has gone up 3 places. Great start for him. Same with Whitson, he's gone up 3 places. JT Gelato, horrible start for him. For his standards especially, down to 6th place. I'm not sure what happened there. But he's now just following the pack, following quite closely, I must say, Jack the Lad. He'll want to take him maybe outside of, or the inside. I have to be careful. The sector, very famous for that Albon Hamilton collision in turn 10. The coming turn here. So I have to be very careful not to, show the champion too much room, and he does, and he tries it around the inside, but he doesn't get it. JT Gelato, a much quicker driver, though he'll be very annoyed by Jack the Lad trying to get around him. He will definitely take him on the straight this time, gets a better exit out the outside. And it's just a drag race now to the top of the hill. Het Bumpier now has actually got quite a cushion, a 2.5, almost 2.2 second gap to Merv Martin, as you see. Not sure what happened there. Lorik actually dropped, he was in 2nd, dropped back to 4th. Not sure if he spun or, oh sorry, yeah, in that in the incident that we saw. But he is catching up with the purple sector 1 there, as we saw, getting closer and closer to AGHM Tiger. iPad Nova as well, quite close to that 2nd, all the way down to 6th place. They're quite close together. The train, as we see, all behind Merv Martin. Merv Martin looking like he's defending for his teammate, keeping that 2.2 second gap, with everyone else following. There we go. Wanted to see the tires, and we do see from 2nd all the way down to 5th. It's mediums, and then Hyper Nova's got the softs. Ooh, Hyper Nova and Stuart Little. Now Stuart Little into the mix. Can he pull off the move? Stuart Little, yeah, he's done it out on the outside. Hyper Nova tried doing an amazing lunge down the inside of turn 1, braking extremely late, but Stuart Little had it covered. Now he'll try down the inside once more. Ooh, it's very close. I think there was a bit of contact, but not much to worry about. As we see the top, well, from 2nd down to 5th. Still in that same train. Down. Benny's just got a 3 second penalty. corner cutting, and corner cutting I believe will be a huge factor. Oh, someone spun off. I believe it's Whitson. Oh, he spun off an Albatross is actually pit. Not sure if he had damage. But it definitely isn't. Oh, he's retired from the session. It looks like he spun off. Not sure. Oh, full. Oh, it's okay. Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car for now. As we know, the drivers have to drive at around a 40% speed limit from what their usual speeds are at. Drive to the Delta. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to see what happened to Whitson by his accidents being cleared up. Probably going to get greens very soon. Not sure how the weather will play out because once again we do see the heavy clouds. Whitson, very unfortunate, he lost it. Not sure if he lost it to be honest, but he had to retire for some reason. I'm assuming it was just a crash, because it wasn't a disqualification or anything like that. It's unfortunate for Whitson, that is. We are green flags though. The train is spreading out a little bit, but from 3rd to 5th is the same with Tiger, Lorik and Roy all in that DRS train as we refer to it. Lorik trying around the inside of Tiger and oh, there is contact! There's contact! Ooh, even more contact from Stuart Little, I think. Oh, that's very unfortunate. It's given JT Gelato a huge boost, so he's up to 6th. Last place. At one point he was after the first lap. Up to 6th, but that is very unfortunate. Stuart Little I think as well might have some damage. Looks like he's getting huge understeer. It was Lorik and Tiger who they hit each other, and then I think Lorik came out alright. He's still drivable. Don't think he has to pit or has any damage, but AGHM Tiger and Stuart Little I believe collided, and so they're both probably gonna have to pit. See what's gonna happen exactly, but that's very unfortunate. JT Gelato, as we see, going a bit wide into 10-12. Wait and see. Looks like Stuart Little will continue. Not enough. Maybe he did get damage, but not enough perhaps to make him pit. Does look like his right side of the wing, front wing is damaged, but perhaps it's more of a loss than a gain if you were to pit. So he'll stay out, losing positions helplessly, being overtaken by Benny around the outside of turn 3 there. Now we see De Roy, who's quite close to Martin, but other than that, the pack has spread out a little bit. JT Gelato as well, and Hyper Nova. Oh, he's going to try and move down the inside of turn 10, and he does get it, but on the soft tires, Hyper Nova is going to try and come back at him around the inside, and there was contact. Could have been horrible. Could have been really bad for both of them there. But it's smart driving from the two of them. JT Gelato does get... Oh, and Hypernova goes into the pits. He's going to try to perhaps... You know, he is on a different strategy, so he does 6 laps on them softs. 6 laps? So 8 laps. Anyway, he does the 8 laps on the softs. 7. I guess we're on lap 8 now. He does finish the 7 laps on the softs, and now he puts on the medium tires. JT Gelato up from at one point last place after lap 1. It was quite a difficult lap for JT Gelato. Not sure what happened there, but the Roy is closing in on Merv Martin, staying within arm's reach, just waiting for any error with Merv Martin. It was Stuart Little gets a penalty there, but waiting basically. The Roy just trying to stay close enough. Maybe he gets a good exit out of turn 12 here, because you will have DRS. Not the best. Oh, just a bad exit there. He does get the DRS, the detection zone, as we know. There's 2 detection zones here in Interlagos. This is one to try and lessen the gap there. Let's see Stuart Little, who's closing in now on AGHM Tiger. With the DRS, he does it quite easily, but they're going to go side by side. Tiger breaking the later of the 2. Stuart Little had to back off a little bit there as he made a little bit of contact with Tiger. Almost spun, but backed off so that keep it on the track, and he will definitely have another go at the DRS here, as you see, but not close enough to make a move. You have to be careful with track limits there, because he already has a 3-second penalty with Hypernova now getting a 3-second penalty on his out lap, I believe, after the pits. Albatross pitted quite early, and he's a long way behind everyone else, 20 seconds behind Hypernova. No one else has pitted though, so it'll be interesting to see. Has Bumpier now going into the pits? Be interesting to see what the strategy will be for everyone else, because, and you know how far to go on the medium tires before they switch to softs, and what's the right time. Of course, Bumpier could get a huge undercut here. I think he will come out in clear air. So he was in clear air anyway, doesn't really matter. So, but he will get some, you know, good laps in. Comes out in P8 behind Jack the Lad, of course ahead of Hypernova, who has pit. So them two, they were on the same strategy, but Bumpier went a bit longer, a few laps longer, a lap or 2 longer, and it's paid off. Comes out 7 seconds ahead of Hypernova, who at the time I believe was not too far away. The field has spread out. Benny locking up a little bit into contender. Oh, okay, I thought there was an overtake, but it's just Stuart Little has gone to the pits. And will we see a wing change now? Because remember the damage that he got to his right front. Yeah, there is a wing change, as we see clearly. And a change of tires as well from medium to softs. This is quite early for the medium actually to come in, but he is confident in his ability, and as we saw as well, I think Bumpier did about 10 laps on the soft, so they definitely can go that distance. So he's gone 10 medium, he's going to do about 10 on the softs as well. Yeah, 10 medium and softs, 20 laps. Comes out behind Albatross, who pitted early. I guess that's paid off, but I think, I'm not sure if he'll be able to go to the end on these tires. Now have to do another 10 laps. 16 lap old softs will be a real pain, and I'm not sure, but I believe he started on the soft as well. Otherwise, why would he Unless he had damage and he just went early on himself. I'm not sure what happened there, but be interested to see what Albatross does. Anyway, De Roy now closing in on Merv Martin with within 2/10. Going into sector 2, which is extremely difficult to overtake. It can be very dangerous, but if the opportunity is there, he will definitely take it, De Roy. Very, very close, but not able to get close enough to make a move. He will be hoping to get, if he has, ooh, not the best. Missed the apex there in 10-12. Doesn't get the, he gets an alright exit. Will it be quick enough? Oh, he's pitting actually, he's pitting. And he's gonna try and undercut Merv Martin now. Let's see if that will work. JT Gelato just set a fastest lap of the race. What was it? 117.7. The medium tires, 12 lap old medium tires, and he set a fastest lap. JT Gelato never failing to impress me. So not sure exactly what's going to happen there, but the fight for them podium positions is definitely going to be close, especially with the strategy playing into it as well. Merv Martin is falling. I'm not sure if Merv Martin's falling back or JT Gelato's really picking up the pace, but it does seem like they're getting closer and closer. So Merv Martin will probably be pitting soon if that's if that's a problem from his side with the losing grip, because it does look like he is losing grip. Not able to go as comfortably full throttle around 10-11 as usually would. That's coming in. Yeah. JT Gelato though will try the overcut. Let's see how it works, because I mean, if there's any driver who can pull it off, it's definitely JT Gelato. Just absolutely rapid. I think he's lapped someone. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Oh, has he? Yeah, he has. He has. He's lapped Albatross. I guess everyone at the front had. Oh, Albatross is pit. Okay, that's why. You see, Albatross is pit for the second time. JT Gelato now with a 3-second warning. On track limits, of course, track limits is a huge factor in all of the races we've seen this season, because it can affect massively the final result. He pits now. Let's see. That Bumpier, who was in P1. And where JT Gelato will come out. Then he does go ahead with JT Gelato, but he's yet to pit. Of course, De Roy and Bumpier are the ones who are in Delta in the top positions, and it looks like Bumpier will come out. Yeah, he will come out ahead of JT Gelato. I believe De Roy as well. It will be close. It might be close. No, it's not. It's not close. Unfortunately, that didn't work for JT Gelato. He will have to do some great overtakes though, so it will be interesting for us to see. Hypernova, who was starting on the softs and now is on the mediums, is in P6, 6 seconds ahead of that train. I would love to see that train of Bumpier, De Roy, Martin and JT Gelato. He was a part of that train in the earlier parts of the race, but falling back. With now 5 laps to go, still a little another time penalty. I'm not sure how many it's been for him, but it's quite a lot. They're racking up. Benny. Not sure exactly where he'll fall into, but now we see Hetbompier with De Roy on his tail. Really closing in. He goes around the outside, takes him on the straight, but who will break later of the two? And it is De Roy who takes P1 from Hetbompier for the time being, because Hetbompier will come at him. He's on old mediums, so it'll be definitely difficult, but he is on DRS, pushing De Roy all the way out, taking the inside line comfortably. De Roy really had to give in there, but he's not giving up. Oop, something has happened. Definitely not 1 lap behind, but we move. Locking up Hetbompier there in turn 9 or 8, I believe. 9, yeah. Be interesting to see with De Roy on fresher softs. The exit, he'll have to compromise the entry to get a better exit, because we're getting really close. Grippier softs though, and the DRS now wide open. We see all 4 of them on that straight. And could Merv Martin try a lunge, but he does not. De Roy taking a friendly line, leaving a lot of space, having to really be careful. But as we see how close all 4 of them are, going into that turn 4, it will be, could it be 3 wide? I think JT Josh just pulled out there. Oh, look, might have been some contact there actually. This is a crazy angle that we see going to sector 2, turn 8. I think Hetbompier is locking up. He's having trouble already, which won't be a very good sign for him if he's locking up already. Albish has just left the session. Not sure what's happened there. Let's see if I can invite him back. Alright, so we had to take a little break, but we are back. And this beautiful fight for P1 we have going on right now. 4 people fighting for that first place. De Roy coming out on top out of turn 1, out of turn 3 as well. Keeps it. Bompier on 7 lap old mediums, as we know, will have to really struggle. Lorik setting fast laps behind. JT Gelato is still not sure why Merv Martin's glitching out, but he is in between JT and Bompier. So as you see on the track there, it looks like he's ghosted, but I'm not sure what for. That's strange. We will keep up with it anyway. I don't think he's AI, because he is keeping up with Hetbompier. De Roy leading that pack on the fresher softs. JT Gelato 2 laps fresher though, so it was definitely difficult to overtake. There are chances, but you know, if you've got someone who can defend well, it's hard to do so. De Roy having to defend. Ooh! Martin had to back off there for a second, because he almost made contact with his teammate. They will not want to to have a collision, because I believe that P1 in the constructors is still up for grabs, even if it's you know, barring some crazy mishap, but it definitely is still up for play. So, you know, teammates colliding is definitely one of those mishaps that can cause them to lose that championship. JT Gelato still in behind, looking at that rear of Merv Martin for the last few laps. We're going into lap 19 out of the 20, the penultimate lap, with De Roy leading the pack. It seems to be the only interesting fight going on right now. Looking down, there's not everyone's sort of spaced out, but this battle for the top 3. Oh, Tiger just lost it. Out of 10-11. Probably too much throttle. Really difficult for him to get going again, but we come back here to the main event. JT Gelato, another 3-second time penalty. What's important to know here, I didn't know this is that Het Bumpier does not have a single time penalty. The 3 he is fighting with do, so he will want to keep it that way, as he does take P1 for the time being, with De Roy coming back at him. Very closely contested. He will, obviously it's very difficult to follow in these fast corners. Oh, someone just lost it. De Roy's lost it coming out of turn 10, I believe. That is very, very unfortunate for De Roy. I'm not sure if there was contact or if he just put too much throttle or what happened. Does not. Oh, that's a shame for De Roy, who's fighting for that P1 position. Het Bumpier, oh, it was in the final lap as well. That is extremely, extremely unfortunate for De Roy. Het Bumpier does take P1 in the feature race, our winner. And we see Benny gets P2 because of the penalties of JT. Merv Martin, what's happened there? Surely he was in P2, right? Or P3, it looks like, from... Oh, it's just a mess. I don't know what's happened. What I do know is it's just extremely, extremely upsetting for De Roy, who's lost. Not sure, to be honest, if there was contact there or what happened exactly, but he will be very upset, not happy about that. Oh, he's left the session. I'm not sure why we're waiting for Merv Martin to finish. He's finished already, but the game is glitching out. I hope he does get the P2 that he deserves. Really don't know what's happening there. He definitely was not last. He may have been P2, may have been P3, and like with time penalties it may have differed, but he definitely was not in last. And JT Gelato actually got a 12-second penalty, I believe, because he was 4/10 behind Benny after the penalties were given. Merv Martin's still going. Not sure what's happening. I think that's why everyone's leaving, perhaps. De Roy, maybe that Bacardi had some influence. Good. Unfortunate. But we see Het Bumpier taking that P1 trophy of the feature race in our final round here. of the season for Formula 2. So to round up, in the feature race here in Interlagos, we got Hepburn PA, P1, Merv Martin in P2. So it did correct itself. Merv Martin was in last, but it corrected itself. Merv Martin P2. Benny did get P3. JT Gelato fell down to P4 after penalties. Hyped in 5th. Lorik 6th. Roy 7th after a very, very upsetting last couple sectors. Last couple turns, it was I believe turn 8 or 10 or something like that in the last lap. Tiger coming out in 8th. He as well lost it in the penultimate lap. Stuart Little had damage early on, falls down to P9. Jack the Lad, P10. Albatross, 11th. 12th is Whitson, who DNF'd quite early on. I guess he lost it. But look at the top 8. That top 8 will be reversed for the grid of the sprint race. So it will be Hepburn PA starting in 8th. With Merv Martin in 7th. Merv Martin in 7th and Benny I think in 6th. JT 5th. Not exactly sure what the rest was. I think Hypernova was 5th in the feature race, so it would be 4th. But we'll take a breather before the final start of the first season here of the Turbo Racing League Formula 2 Championship. JT Gelato joining in just in time. Will he make a start? Probably not. But AGHM Tiger starts in pole. He takes first place. DeRoy's come back at him quick. Round the outside, JT Gelato. Ooh. Not sure what's happening there, but I think he's ghosted. Merv Martin. Some flew out. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Disqualified parking in dangerous location. Maybe he just didn't go. I don't know what happened. But back to the race. DeRoy took P1. I think he was in P6. So he might have started in P3 or P2. Not exactly sure. But he takes P1. The lead of the race. The sprint race. But he's ghosted. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. Lorik. It's a bit odd. Lorik and Tiger go right through him. Lorik going a bit wide, so he loses the position now. Ooh, 3 wide, sorry, into 10-10. Does not work. As we've seen many times. Just lost it. Stuart Little, I believe that was. Yeah, Stuart Little lost it massively. Oof. Tiger now leading the pack with Benny on his tail, 2/10 closing in, not close enough to make the lunge. Someone looking up behind there into turn 1. We get our first penalty. I think Stuart Little was going to him. 2 people already pitting, Albatross and Jack the Lad in the pits. You know, usually in the sprint race you don't see any pits, but unless there's damage or something major happens, then we'll see pits. So we see them both going into the pits there. Benny, 5/10 now behind Tiger, going to sector 2. JT, I'm not sure if he was, you know, in control of his driver at the start. So at one point I think he was in 3rd, but then he dropped back a little bit. DeRoy, who was in 1st. What happened there? Not fully sure. But I think he was ghosted a little bit. Might still be ghosted. Nevertheless, it's getting quite close. Everyone setting fast laps. Oh, actually did not look at the let's get all this going. Yeah, Benny coming up 4 places. That's very impressive. Let's look at the tyres, because I believe JT Gelato was on the soft tyres. Yeah, as I thought. He's on the soft tyres, so he'll have to be careful with everyone else on the mediums they can really push. You know, he's going on the softs. You would have thought that the softs would have, you know, the peak hit earlier, but he hasn't really made the most of them softs, having to, looks like he had to back off a little bit there. Gonna make contact with Lorick. He'll want to make some overlaps though, because his softs probably will be falling off towards the end of the race, losing grip. Try to take advantage of them as much as he can now while they're fresh. Oh, he's coming into the pits. Not sure if he's heard me or something, but he's got 5-second penalties off for speeding in the pit lane. Anyway, Bumpier just set a fastest lap as he overtook Whitson. It looks like Whitson went wide or something happened, because a long way. Lorick tried it up the inside, I think, of Benny, but was not able to make it. Once again, we see this famous train of the top 3 or 4, Benny locking up a little bit. It's 10-8. Roy still ghosted. I'm not sure if he's playing. Doesn't know. I don't think so. I guess he's just an AI controlling him. Either a connection issue or he just left. Stuart Little, something happened to him. Let's. Not sure exactly what happened there. JT Gelato did come in though, fit the medium tyres, and he's on a purple sector 2. Obviously not fighting for any championship points or anything like that, he's just here to show off, have some fun, and show why he's the Tier 1 Formula 1 champion of Turbo Racing League. Benny almost lost it there. Ooh, Tiger completely lost it there. Losing 2 places to Benny and Lorick. Back into P3, leaving space for Bumpy as well to come at him. That turn 10 and I believe turn 8 as well is very, very tough to control the lockups, and seen multiple cars locking up there, especially on the mediums. Bumpier got a better exit than Tiger. They go side by side into turn 1. Tiger does have the slipstream of the 2 cars in front of him, but oh, he's having to really back off. I'm not sure if there was any contact there, but it looked very, very close. From Bumpier, as he locked up massively into turn 1, trying desperately not to hit the 2 cars in front of him as they turned in. Alright, now coming at Benny. Excuse me. JT Gelato once again in the pit lane. He's retired from the session. I think he's realised, just wanted to maybe show off a little bit that he could do some fast laps on the F2, try it, but I think he realised that no one's pitting, and pretty much, barring a miracle, he's not finishing in the podium position. So we've got 4 DNFs so far. Mav Martin disqualifying because I think he did not start the race. He just sort of stayed there and then got disqualified for parking in an illegal position or something like that. But now the top 8 left. Top 8 left, so everyone will be scoring points. But let's see who will be finishing where. in the final race of the season, with Benny locking hugely then to turn 1, to turn 2, sorry. Coming out turn 3, Lorik will get a much better exit. And DRS. Benny will try cover the inside, but I think Lorik will have the line. If they do, I heard some contact there, but not too much gone wrong, I think, for Benny. Hopefully no damage. The cars will look alright in that case, in that sense. Oh, Tiger just lunged down the middle of them too, actually. Benny and Bumpier. Side by side, this is... Ooh, Bumpier's lost it. He tries drifting, he controls it. Some Tokyo drift play going on there. Drifting into turn 8. Almost completely lost it. Did very well to keep it on the track, to be honest. I believe he locked up the rear or the front. I'm not 100% sure, but it looked like the front's into turn 10, and he just snapped immediately. The rear just snapped. So now he's out of the train that we so much see, locking up again. His tires must be, you know, begging for mercy at this point. Been looking up so many times, you know, drifting as well. So it looks like, for now, unless Bumpier manages to really make a hell of a drive, the Intel has just disappeared, so I'm not sure what's happening there. Yeah, but it is Lorik, Benny and Tiger who are, I believe, in the fight for the, basically P1. They're all in the podium positions anyway, unless someone gets penalties, which is very possible around Interlagos. So we'll wait to see if, as we come into the final few laps of the sprint race. I believe 6 laps to go. Back at the end there, we see Albatross overtaking Hypernova. Both of them are pitted, both of them with penalties, both of them fighting, trying to give us some sort of excitement. Hyped on the... Ooh, I believe he has damage. Yeah. Was it? I think the left does not look like he has... Yep. That front left is completely gone, which is unfortunate for Hyped. A virtual safety car, okay. Whitson, I guess, lost it somewhere. Looking at the track map, I cannot see exactly where, but very, very unfortunate. Whitson, this is, you know, retired in the feature race, retired again here in the sprint race. So it's green flags once again, as Benny tried locking up once more. Medium tires lock up like crazy, it seems, around Interlagos, with all the drivers obviously pushing extremely difficult, trying to get every inch out as possible, every advantage they can, braking as late as they can possibly allow without, you know, missing the apex or going wide or anything like that. The fight for the top 3 is still going, with DeRoy now. Bumpier falling behind DeRoy, actually. Don't really know what happened there. DeRoy into 4th, which if it's in AI is pretty well, but I'm not sure what happened to Bumpier. go on board with Tiger. DRS train once more. Out of 10-12 into 10-13-14, which really aren't turns, they're just long. Ooh, Lorix just got a 3-second penalty. He almost just went on the grass, I believe, so he's going to be losing some positions there. As we see, Lorick does come out. Ooh, just a tiny bit ahead. He's pushing hard. He's not playing around. I think Tiger had to lift a little bit there to not make too much contact. But Benny comes out ahead, getting a better exit than Tiger. Tiger will try coming back at Benny. And 10, 6 and 7. It looks like, I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I think the mediums are starting to go a little bit. The grip, much lower. Everyone seems to be locking up hugely as we see Benny once more locking up. Lorick, I've seen the back just snap a couple times already. Coming out that straight, you know, he went on the grass and ooh. Getting very close there, too close for comfort. The Tiger. But Benny did get a better exit there. So let's see if he's definitely too far behind Lorick to make an attempt. Oh, did not clock that. Lorick has a 3-second time penalty, which will drop him down to P3. So right now, everything stands. Benny will be the winner, but you will have to really be careful to not fall behind that 3 seconds. Try to stay in that train, as we call it. Perhaps not make too many crazy moves or anything like that. Keep it on the track, not lose the position to Tiger, because Tiger will, obviously, without penalties for himself, will take P1. But so far, it's comfortably P1 for Benny. But Lorick just set a fastest lap. As you see the wing wide open there for the Prima of Tiger. It seems like Benny has locked up almost every lap on turn 8. And 10-10. Once again there we see oh, someone's parked in front of them. Yeah, I think Hyped it was. Oh no, it was Albatross actually. We lost it out of 10-12. Ooh, Hypernova now has just lost it, and he's lost a bit of the rear, the front wing. Okay, Tiger's getting very, very close. He's set quickest lap of the race now. He was within 2 tenths at one point at the end of that straight, keeping within 3 tenths of Benny. Benny keeping 3 tenths within Lorick. Another yellow flag. Something with DeRoy, not exactly sure. Yellow flags in every sector now, apparently. Okay, it's gone. The focus is all on these three, with everyone else pretty much spaced out. Headbump is 16 seconds behind Tiger, comfortably in fourth. DeRoy, believe is an AI, I'm not 100% sure what's happening there, but he's about 2 seconds behind it. Bumpier in P5. Albatross is just spinning in P6. Not sure, maybe he's waiting to get disqualified, but he's just celebrating the end of the season basically. Final lap as we go with Lorick finishing in P1 on track but falling down to P3 due to penalties, with Benny taking the P1 in the race after penalties applied, of course. Tiger in P2 and Lorick in P3, as that wraps up all the action on the track for the first season of Formula 2 Championship here in the Turbo Racing League. Excuse me. It's been quite a fun season. Of course, my co-host Andre was usually here. Instead of me, we did host a few races together, but he was taking a lot of the races more recently. Unfortunately not able to make this one. Shout out to Andre though, has done brilliantly well at streaming and commentating on these races in my absence. And it's been, I think, this race may not completely put into perspective the sprint race. It wasn't the most fun or daring race. We definitely saw some dangerous moves, but for the most part it was clean driving. We did see along the season races a lot of fun throughout the season. And of course we said congratulations, but once more congratulations to Merv Martin, who is our Formula 2 Drivers Champion. And I believe the Campos are the Constructors Champions. Unless I've made a terrible error there, but I think, yeah, Bumpier is just celebrating on the Discord there. Congratulations to Het Bumpier and Merv Martin as Campos secure the Constructors Championship, and Merv Martin, who has been disqualified, did not feel like it was important to start the race. He's champion anyway. Champion, Drivers Champion, with Benny taking P1, the winner of the race for the final sprint race here in Interlagos. A dry one, got a dry race, but we got a bit of a mixed quali. Was definitely interesting to see. A lot of interesting moves we had today. A lot of lockups. I've said it more than once. Locking up into 10.8, into 10.10. But those two are notorious. You know, you can easily lock up that front right. Benny gets the game's driver of the day, coming back I think from P7 or P6. P6 it was. So brilliant drive from P6 to P1 by Benny, with Tiger taking P2. And to finish off, I think Lorick was in P3. Finished on track, of course, P1, but with a 3 second time penalty, falls down to P3. It was a very close podium. I think split by about, you know, without the penalty, they were split about 6/10 in between them, or something like that. 3/10 possibly even. Great racing, as we see the results of the weekend. Het Bumpier taking the most points, 37 points. Benny in second, Lorick in third, with the winner of the feature race and the winner of the sprint race being Benny Lorick in P3 for the total results, total points. It was great racing, it was great watching, and it was an amazing season all around Formula 2 here. A first season, Congratulations to Merv Martin. Congratulations once again to Campos Racing, the team Merv Martin, and to Hepburn PA Constructors Champions. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm Edud Multi. Thank you once again, Andre. Special mention. He's been covering most of the races without me, so special thank you to him. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the race. I hope you enjoyed the season, and we will be hopefully back again soon for season 2 of Formula 2. Thank you for watching.